Shalawam, shalawam. First and foremost, facing the east. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and His Son. Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children. All right, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, shalawam, shalawam. It's your brother Yerami Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah Ba'ashem, Yahawashi Ba'ashem, Kakadash. All right, Yahawah is the name of the Father. That means He is, He exists. Yahawashi is the name of the Son, who the world English calls Jesus Christ. Yahawashi means He saves, He delivers. And Rakakadash is the name of the Holy Spirit, which means a spirit that is holy, a spirit that is set apart. Right? Hey, Shalawam Zaquan. You can come up if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be too long. All right, under between 30 minutes to an hour. This is going to be a little deeper dive into M.O.T.B. Okay? And we're going to start it over there at the Revelations 13. So, Revelations 13, and I'll start at verse 11. And it talks about, got you. The beast from the earth, okay? And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, right? Now, Salakia, that beast is what you know as the Edomites, okay? Their rule, their kingdom, all right? Which back in the day, that 4th beast would be Rome, okay? Now, Rome had what? All these other nations, Salakia, all these other nations which were Edomites ruling, that were ruling under Rome, that had regions that they ruled, that they occupied. So today is the same sense, where you have America, you have France, you have Spain, you have the UK, right? You got Germany, you got Sweden, you got Switzerland, you got all these different nations that are ruling, right? And America is known as the whore of Babylon, the whore of the beast. So she's like at the top, making a lot of the rules and things of that nature. Okay, so she would be the Rome today, and then all those other nations would be those other nations that would join with the beast. So all that together is the beast, the Edomites' kingdom, the Edomites' rulership. Okay, so that beast is back now, having those 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. Those 2 horns, back in the day, you would have the patricians and the plebeians, okay? And that would be like the Democrats and the Republicans today, right? You would have basically a ruling body, okay? So, as you can see, Rome is back today. You have, as we said, the Republicans and the Democrats. It's those same people back today. And then at the top of that, you have the Caesar, or the president. You know, that's all it is. All right, those 2 horns. So those 2 horns really working in unison, regardless if they coming together, say the Democrats don't support this, Republicans don't. Look, it's all a plan behind the scenes to get to what we about to talk about, the M.O.T.B, all right, one world government, one world banking system, one world religion. These 2 horns are working towards the same goal. They have the same master, which is the elites, the banking families, right? And they are the counterpart of Satan. They are Satan themselves, and they are the counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is under orders from Yahawah to do all this, to carry it out, okay? Brings the Quran up here. And I saw Alliance come up in here, man. He dipped out. Hey, Shalawam, bro. Yahawah Shem Yasharahla.
Shalawam, bro. Yeah, I saw Alliance too. He might still be in. Nah, he dipped out.
But yeah, keeping it going. Those 2 horns, right now we know the Republicans, the Democrats, and then what? He spake as a dragon. So what you see today is they're coming down with draconian measures. They're coming down extremely harsh and cruel And they like they did in the civil rights era, they was beating Jake ass. They doing that again. They speaking as a dragon. They passing certain laws that's taking away your freedoms. The Constitution is done. It's done away with, basically. Okay, where ICE can do whatever they want to do, and you really have no freedoms. You have no liberty. All right. Where the Caesar, Trump, Nero 47 is passing all these different type of laws. That's what? That's deeming you. He's taking away your liberty, your freedoms. And this is gonna push people to fight back, and be in that spirit, protest and doing all of that, which it's not gonna do nothing. All right. We gotta wait on Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. That's the only way we up out of here. Okay. But everything is gonna follow again. As Rome fell from the inside out, you had protests, you had rebellions, you had civil war. So once again, Rome 2.0. You're going to have all that type of stuff happening again. You got anything to add, Zaquan? You can jump in. All right. So verse 12. And he exits. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say you got to keep rocking out. I'm gonna give me like 2 more minutes and I'll be here. I'll be right back.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. The Roman Empire was what? Took away. It fell around 476 AD. All right. That's the Roman Empire done away with. After that, you had the Byzantine Empire. Okay. And majority Jakes ruled that. Okay. Yes. So-called black men ruled that empire. All right. You'd also have the Moorish, empire, the Moors, which are Jakes as well. So these would be the Dark Ages. All right. The Edomites would have been pushed into caves, pushed into, off the face of the earth, basically. They dwell in, they're not a factor anymore. They might have had little mini villages here and there, but they're nothing. They're not a threat, until they were supposed to come back around the 1400s, 1300s, where they began to come back, which is the Renaissance period. Okay, so that's when Esau was deemed to come back. So they went into that bottomless pit, right? And let's get a precept to support that, because we got to talk about all this before we even get to the M.O.T.B. Okay, so this is Revelations 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So Esau is synonymous with that old serpent, that dragon, all right, which was in the garden, that serpent. Okay, this is the devil. This is Satan. It's a group of people, a nation. Okay. We got a brother want to come up. I ain't seen this brother in a minute. Hey, Shalawam, Yahawah, Barak.
Yo, Shalawam, man, where you been?
I've been on YouTube, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Good to see you teaching, man.
I ain't never stopped teaching.
I know.
Like y'all, I be telling y'all, man, I'm on YouTube, man. I don't fuck with TikTok.
What happened? They got rid of your other page?
No, I got rid of my page.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I was wondering. I said, damn, man. The shit, he must be up in the chariots, man, because I ain't seen him. I started getting nervous.
Oh man. Yeah, you ain't got my YouTube page? It ain't funny, bro. You ain't got my YouTube page.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be hard to catch you on YouTube. I ain't even gonna lie.
God. But yeah, hey, I'm on YouTube primarily, Black Judah. But you had anything else, bro? You got a question or anything?
No. I'm gonna step back down to the audience, man. Continue to listen.
Well, good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Shalawam.
Shalawam, brother.
And let me state this: dealing with the bottomless pit. If you have the understanding of Revelation chapter 9, this is how you understand that the bottomless pit represents Europe, because when you go to Revelation chapter 9 is dealing with World War I, and then it slightly mentions World War II, and then it goes into World War III. So World War I, that war started where? In Europe, which is the bottomless pit. So this is where the beast is also coming up out of. So it started in Europe. And this is where what? Where the EU nations came together. And then you had the 10 founding members of the European nations form NATO. So that is that beast. And another thing, when you're dealing with things that happens, you always got to remember, it always take place in the east and then come west. So just like right now, over in the east, because of the economic situation over there in Great Britain and in Europe, they're already trying to bring forth the UBI. So just like they starting to bring it forth over in the east, you best believe it's going to start to come west. So always know that it always hit over in the east first and then come to the west. You got it, bro.
So going back to Revelations 20:2, and he laid hold on that dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So that nation of Edom, as we explained. Now that 1,000 years, as we said, is from 476 AD to around the 1400s, which you know is the Renaissance period. You know, many would say 1492, but understand even before that, Esau was coming out of those caves, waging war, because the Black Death, the Black Plague, that happened in the 1300s. So Esau was coming down with sickness and pestilence, you know, establishing their kingdom, their rulership by, taking out our people, you know. So that Black Death is something to look into. They would try to blame it on rats and all of that, but no, it's because these Edomites came with all these various diseases, the same way that they conquered the Americas. All right, South America and North America, they came with disease. That's why you had the Northern Kingdom thinking that Esau was a god, because Esau would touch you, and then a couple days later you would die. Okay, it's because this nigga's dirty as hell, man. You know, so that's what was going on, man. And that's the same way that he was taking out the Southern Kingdom over in Europe. All right. So verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season. So like we said, the Renaissance period, right, where that is that little season, what we're living in right now. He's been loosed from that bottomless pit, and he's devouring. He's doing everything that he can do. Now, as the scriptures also states, he's going to come down with great wrath, knowing he has but a short time. We're in that time frame now, because he's coming down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time. All right, he's about to fuck shit up beyond any time period that he's ever, you know, done it. Okay, so what is that going to bring forth? That's going to bring forth him trying to implement that master plan. Okay, which is ultimately that new world government, new world religion, new one world government, one world religion, one world banking, all of that. All right, what he's been trying to bring forth for decades. Go ahead, Art.
And if you can, real quick, read that next verse, because this is a dead giveaway on who this beast is. All right. Verse 8. Go to Revelation chapter 20, verse 8.
Verse 8, and it reads, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up.
So now you get right there. So as you can see in verse 7, it says what? That he was going to be loose out of his prison. So when the 1,000 years were expired, this man was to be loose out of his prison. What was those 1,000 years that expired? The Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages. Once that expired, this man was let loose, and he was to be loose until what? Until he shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog. What is this talking about? This is talking about the third woe. This is talking about Russia. To gather them to the battle. Yeah, the battle of Jehoshaphat. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. You see that? Going right into what? Joel chapter 3, Ezekiel 38.
Ezekiel 38, yep.
So this man, Satan, the devil, Lucifer, is Esau Edom. Okay?
Yeah.
And
And we
then
got, go ahead.
Salakia. And then you could go to Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, and it's going to tell you the same thing. It's going to tell you who that dragon is. It's going to tell you who that serpent is, who that devil is, and who Satan is, which deceiveth the whole world. You got it, bro.
So we got an individual in the comments. He said, what part of the Bible does it tell you the race? So we know that it's 18 nations. You have a table of nations. All right. And we know, let's go to a scripture. This is 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau, and that would fall under what? The nation of Edom. This is their patriarch, their head. This is where they all came from. The Edomites come from Esau. So for Esau, that nation of Edom is the end of the world. So they must be ruling at the end of the world. They must bring upon the end of the world. And that means in the word world right here is talking about a kingdom, okay? A rulership. That's what it's talking about. So they are the end of this rulership, this kingdom. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, Jacob is what? Jacob's name was later changed to Israel, and his descendants would be the Israelites. And that would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, pertaining to the curses, pertaining to Genesis, the 49th chapter, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, all right, Hosea 1 and 10, so on and so on. All right. So that's how we know what nation, or if you want to call it race, what race is going to come down. Esau is known as the wicked, right? That's known as the devil. In Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So the earth right now is in the hands of the YT man, the wicked, right? Now, furthermore, you got evidence to prove that. Militarily, America Babylon has over 850 military bases all over this planet, and that's just the ones that you know about. Okay? You got the Vatican, which is what? The head and the center of religion. You got London, the UK, which really is the head and the center of all banking. And you got America, which is the center and the military might of the planet, right? So all three of those are controlled by Edomites. Okay, so the Edomites are ruling this planet at this point in time. Who controls all of Africa? Who controls all of Australia? Who controls all of Europe? Who controls all of the Americas? That question right there is answered with that nation of Edom. Who controls majority of Asia? Because the Russians are also Edomites. Understanding that, right? Who has many different ties with the Moabites and the Ammonites? Who has over 10 bases in Japan right now? America, the Edomites. Okay? So, furthermore, showing you that they have a ultimate rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, for Esau is the end of the world. They have to be ruling at this point in time. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right?
And when you want to know how we know who's who, it's because of prophecy. If you can't understand prophecy, then you will never know who the players are in the movie. A lot of you people are watching the movie, but you don't know who the actors are. You're just watching the movie, so you lost. But if you understand the prophecies, then you're gonna understand who the actors are in the movie, because they must fulfill prophecy. So who's filling the role of Esau in this movie? The so-called YT man. Everything that he is doing, he is moving just as the prophecy stated he would move. So as the brother was bringing out, when you're dealing with Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth, all you have to do is remember what? In Daniel chapter 2, there's a statue letting you know what rulership will come into play and how the rulerships will go. And what are those rulerships that's a part of that statute? The first rulership, the first empire, will be the Babylonian Empire. That second empire will be the what? Medo-Persian Empire. That third empire will be the Greek Empire. And that fourth empire will be what we are in today, the Roman Empire, and the extended leg of the Roman Empire. And the scriptures state what? That the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, then the scriptures tell you that the wicked is Esau, Edom, Idumea, for he is the border of wickedness. And then you know that we're at the bottom of the statue with the Roman Empire, the extended leg of the Roman Empire. And it lets you know that at the end of that empire, a new empire was coming in, which would be Jacob. So when you go to the scriptures and it say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning, then you add it all up. 1 + 1 = 144. You see? if you could pick up on that. So yeah, this is how we know who Esau is. This is how we know who the so-called YT man is, according to scriptures. And based off how he moves, man. The scriptures state that this man overtakes people, and not only do he overtake them, but he overtakes them and their heritage. This is what this man does. This man goes around claiming to be people that he's not, and steady oppressing and taking people's lands. Never at home. This man is a vagabond on the earth. Everywhere he go, rape, rob, and murder. That's that man M.O., and it is stated in the scriptures that he would be like that. So it ain't no ifs and buts about who Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man is. He's playing the role that he was given to play, and he's playing it very well.
Mm-hmm. So back to Revelations 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi, and for the word of Yahawah, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark, that charagma, upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So,
hey, look,
you got it.
Real quick, check this out, right? For all those that think we don't know who Esau, who the so-called YT man is, according to the scriptures. We just read what was going to happen to the prophets. Here we are telling you today that you are listening to the prophets right now. Lord willing, we stay in our lot. So it's going to come a time where you hear people that speak like us. They're going to come against us, and some of us shall be beheaded. Guess who's going to be doing the beheading? Guess who's going to be coming up against us? Yeah, you guessed it right. Esau, Edom, the so-called YT man with his government. This is what you're going to witness. Telling you what's going to happen before it happens. Why? Because we have the truth of the scriptures and letting you know and understand what is to come. This kingdom is falling. This is indeed Babylon the Great. Yeah. You got it, bro.
And as this kingdom falls, what you're seeing is the devil is trying to take out the rulers of the next kingdom. This is why some brothers will be beheaded, martyred, thrown in prison, etc., etc. Okay, and Yahawah he'll let some of that happen. Okay, because some brothers' lots is for that to happen, and they're gonna come right back. Okay, those that die in Hamashiach, they're gonna come right back, understanding that. That's in 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, 16 going downward. So this devil, he's coming down with great wrath, and he's trying. Yeah, he may come. He's hurting his own people. He don't even care. But his ultimate goal is to get the prophets. But as you see, we go out there constantly, week by week, constantly doing lessons, videos, knocking down this kingdom, etc., etc. And he can't really mess with us until Yahawah allows him to come forth and do whatever. Everything is under the will of the Most High. Okay? So when we say that, and you'll be like, well, what about slavery? That was the will of the Most High. Okay? That's in Deuteronomy 28, chapter verse 68. That's in plenty of places, man, because of our disobedience. So any old type of question that you have, that you're thinking about, guess what? The Most High ordained all of this stuff. He ordained, as the elder said earlier, this movie, man. Okay? He ordained the roles, the characters, the script, the props. The M.O.T.B is a major prop in this movie, man. Right? So the Most High has given the YT man the idea in his mind to formulate and create this product. Like how he put, what did he say? I create the smith that makes the iron weapon, or I create the smith that moves the coals. Lucy quoting, you know what I'm saying? So he put it in the mind of Oppenheimer and all them individuals to come forth and bring the atomic weapon, all right, forth. And then for them to make the hydrogen bomb, and then for them to make the nuclear bomb. Okay? Esau ain't creative, bro. Okay? And even on the flip side of us, Yahawah allowed us to make all this type of stuff. The internet, the phone, the stoplight, whatever it is, the toaster, the refrigerator, the car, whatever. He put that in us. So everything is of the will of the Most High Yahawah, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Yeah, I'm finna grab this Isaiah 54 verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy, which is what? The ICBM nuclear missile, man. That's what, hey, once again, this is the movie. It's already being written, produced, and directed. Ain't no changing it, ain't no switching it. Although this so-called YT man, he has that Looking Glass project that he's trying to switch it up, trying to change it, but hey, that's a no-go, man. For once the word goes out, it's gonna perform. So all these prophecies shall come to pass. You got it, bro.
God. So, you know, also on that, Isaiah 54 and 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. So, bro, our righteousness, for you individuals that may not understand, your righteousness is not in wearing fringes. It's not in how good you can keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. Okay? Yeah, you keep them to the best of your ability, but the law is not going to save you. Okay? Your law, your righteousness is in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. So keep the commandments to the best of your ability. It may be a Sabbath and you got to go to work. All right? And, you know what I'm saying? So we're in captivity. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi has placed us in captivity. Right? So keep that in mind, that our righteousness is in him. So furthermore, on that same scripture, no weapon formed against the nuclear weapon, right? The nuclear bomb. Okay. Once you start thinking and you realize the devastation that it's going to do, and you lose faith and you be like, man, nobody can escape that. We don't fear it because we have faith in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi that he is going to save us and deliver us from the destruction of that weapon. So we don't, I'm not scared of ICE with their guns and all of that. I'm not scared of that. I have no fear of being pulled over and them doing whatever to me. Okay? Everything is in the will of the Most High Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. So we're not walking around here with no fear. We haven't been given a spirit of fear. All right? As the elder said, we know what's gonna happen. We stick to these prophecies. We occupy in these prophecies. We gotta prophesy until what? Until the streets is wasted. Until these people lay on the streets as dung. You know, that's what's been told. That's what's been written. So how long do we got to do this? Until it gets like that. Purge levels, civil war levels, etc., etc. All right? They make it where they decree that we can't go out on the corners. Well, we just going to be on the internet then. They come and shut the internet down. All right? Hey, brothers are still going to be teaching. It won't be on the social media, but we'll be in our cribs. Brothers will be doing sit downs. This is why for you brothers, man, it's important to be, know the brothers in your area, the camps in your area, right? Because, hey, those are going to be the brothers that you're going to be around in Jacob's trouble. Okay? You ain't going to be able to hit me or the Elder Ariah up. I ain't going to be able to hit Alliance of the 12 up or Kakama, none of them. I ain't going to be able to hit brothers up. Brothers is far away. You got to know the brothers in your area, man. You know?
Hey, bro, I ain't that far away, bro.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm going to slide on you one day, bro. I'm telling you, let me get my job situation right. I'm going to slide on you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to slide on you one day. I ain't playing.
Hey, going to what you saying. Yeah, keeping the commandments ain't bringing no salvation. All right, salvation comes through your faith, and that's why sometimes when I'm doing my street, my street teaching, I always ask, "Hey, what is your faith in, Jake? What is your faith in? Your faith got to be in these scriptures, and everything that the scriptures say, you got to believe in it. If you don't believe in what these words are saying, then you're gonna crack when the pressure happens. All right. So like we saying, hey, we don't fear those ICBM nuclear missiles. Why? Because our faith, the scriptures, which is what our faith is in, it tells us what? It tells us this. Revelation chapter 11, verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Yeah, we're gonna get beamed. Hey, beam me up, Scotty. That's why we're not afraid. Our faith is in these scriptures that when that time comes, that we're going to hear a voice and it's going to tell us to come up hither. And where are we going? We're going inside a cloud, or what the word Italy call a UFO, before those missiles make landfall. Yeah, we're going to come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Going back to what? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. So yeah, what is your faith in? You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American? Yeah, you got to have this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and instructions of the scriptures. This is how you gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it by claiming that you doing all the law, which you can't do. Hell, if you could do all the law, then it wouldn't be no need for Yahawashi to come put his life on the line.
Exactly.
You got it, bro.
So, hey, breaking all that down just to show you that the YT man is definitely that's that serpent, man. That's that dragon. That's that devil. That's Satan, right? Now, getting back to Revelations, the 13th chapter, and I'll just read 14 again. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he, matter of fact, let's go back to 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. All right, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So this Roman worship, all right, everything they worshipped in Rome is back. This is why you see Valentine's Day, being such a folly, time. You have, man, bruh, you had so much adultery going on Valentine's Day, sirens upon sirens. That's all we heard at camp, man. That's all we heard. All right, it's stupid. It's foolishness. Your woman tripping. You ain't get me nut. Like what? Come on now. That's foolishness. She's stuck in a Roman mindset, and she's worshiping that beast system, the things that come along with Rome. This stuff does not matter to us, man. We're in a different mindset. Me, shoot, we focus on getting up out of here, bro. Fuck this place. Fuck all this fake paganism, all this mess that they got. We keep these laws, commandments, and statutes. We looking forward to the Passover, which is coming, next month. We looking forward to real feast days that celebrate and encourage Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. Okay, look at this individual right now. His name is a follower of Christ. He said there's nothing wrong with celebrating Valentine's Day. All right, I'm going to show you real quick what's wrong with celebrating Valentine's Day. Okay. Valentine's Day originated from a blend of ancient Roman fertility rituals, Lupercalia, and Christians' efforts to honor early martyrs named Saint Valentine. Estimated by Pope Gelasius in the late 5th century, the February 14th day evolved from a solemn commemoration into a romantic, medieval, and later commercial celebration. So this mixes, it blends Roman ways, right? With who is Saint Valentine? That nigga ain't in the scriptures, okay? So this Lupercalia, this is what you're doing. Now, if you go furthermore into Lupercalia, you would understand this is a festival where men got together and laid with men. They beat their wives. They did all this type of lewd, weird orgies and type of stuff like that. And your name is a follower of Christ. And you talking about there's nothing wrong with celebrating Valentine's Day. You're in a simp mindset already, bro. This is not the live for you, man. Just keep it moving. Okay?
Hey
Paganism
man.
is not in the scriptures, bro. We do what? Leviticus the 23rd chapter. That's where the holy days are. We don't do holidays. You got it, Zaquan.
Hey, and this is why we tell y'all, these Christians, they have no clue, no idea what the hell they be talking about. And they go along with anything. Anything that's comfortable, they go along with it. It don't matter what it is. A Christian would do anything. You could bring anything to a Christian and they will accept it. Long as it's comfortable. You see? It don't matter where to go back to. They don't care. That shit is straight up witchcraft, idolatry, paganism, all rolled up in one. And still and yet, you have all these Christians right there doing the damn thing. And then on Sunday they'll claim that they worshiping the Most High and His Son, which they still going off and worshiping false idols. So these people are lost as hell. And this is why I don't have no respect for these damn Christians, which they ain't nothing but a bunch of antichrists.
Yeah, that's your
So this is why I rarely speak to them, because they're a bunch of know nothings. All they do is open up the scriptures of the New Testament and struggle with that and claim that they got some type of insight. You don't know nothing, man. Simple as can be. You got it, bro.
And before he even I literally sat here and broke it down to him. I said that Valentine's Day goes to Lupercalia. And then his Christian mouth opened up and he said, no, it's nothing wrong. Well, bro, that's why you need to apply Ecclesiastes 5:1. Actually listen to what I said, go and research it, and be like, oh, it's some truth in that. This is paganism. I shouldn't be doing this. It's not in the Bible. You can't show me in the Bible Valentine's Day, man. Okay?
What are the things Christians are specifically wrong? They're wrong on everything.
Everything.
On everything.
Everything.
And if you don't know that by now, then hey, this ain't for you, man. Hey, once again, man, we're in the information age, man. Everybody walking around with a device in their hand that they could look up where Christianity come from, where they could look up all these different witchcraft pagan practices that goes on, that these Christians are in love with. This is why the scriptures say what? Be not friends. Hey, it say be not friends of the world, right?
Okay.
Who's in the world? Christianity is in the world.
Yep.
Again, a Christian will accept anything. It's a reason. It's a reason why you got Sugar Boy in the choir. They will accept anything.
Mm-hmm.
If the money is right, we'll let it go down. These people ain't got no truth, man. No understanding of what the scripture's talking about, and definitely ain't got no understanding of the prophecy.
Yeah, and
These
that
people
sugar,
in La La Land.
that sugarness, that's Roman activities, man. The Romans and the Greeks was major modes, and you Christians are major modes because y'all follow in that spirit. This is why your deacon always sweet as hell, man. All right, y'all, it's simping, man. Your woman rules the household. That's a simp. That man, if your woman rule the household, I automatically assume your ass is gay, bro. Okay? You need to put your foot down, man. You're not a man. You sitting around getting embarrassed in your own house. That's not your house. Feminism is heavy in these churches. Okay? That's why we not in these churches, man. We men, we gird up our loins. We hit the streets where we supposed to be. The church is what? A public assembly of believers that believe in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. That's the church. Okay? It's not no building, four walls, four corners. That's not a church. All right? Now, let's read this one more time because these individuals did not get it. Go ahead.
Real quick, let me bring this out. This is Acts chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. And once again, this is what I'm telling y'all. These Christians are hard-headed as hell. A bunch of simpletons. Here go the Most High telling them, making it plain upon tables. Howbeit the Most High Yahawah dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So why are you simple-minded so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in the church? He's not there. Okay? He dwelleth not in temples made with hands. As saith the prophet, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? Have not my hand made all these things? Ye stiff-necked, you hard-headed, man. You simple-minded ass Christians, man. Ye stiff-necked, man. And uncircumcised in heart. You refuse to separate yourself. You refuse to be holy. No, you want to be part of the world. You are hard-headed and you refuse to come out of the world. You are uncircumcised in heart and ears, and you do always resist the Holy Ghost. Here it is, the Holy Ghost, meaning the scriptures, is telling you that the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, is not in the temples made with hands, but yet you take your silly ass in them damn churches and learn a bunch of nothing. Because why? Because you resist the scriptures. As your fathers did, so do ye. So just like your forefathers, so do you, man. Just like your mother, who I'm sure is the reason why you in that church, so do you. Hard-headed, man.
All right. So let's keep it going. And to add to that, man, as it said, you are uncircumcised in the heart. You can be circumcised. You can get you could have got circumcised on the 8th day, etc., etc. You've been an Israelite. You knew you was an Israelite since the beginning, but you've been on bullshit. Okay? You got to be circumcised in the heart, man, in the spirit. You got to be right, correct in your spirit. This is not about carnal ways, as we trying to relate to you people, man. Okay? Call upon the true names, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. If you don't, then your communication is cut. You're not calling them. It's like a hotline, man. You trying to reach the Most High and His Son, but you're not calling upon the correct name. All right? At the end of the day, we don't need the fruits. It's all good, man. We good up in here. Esau ain't about to touch me. Let's get these individuals up out of here. Unless like we cuss heavy or something. But we pretty good with our mouth, All right, so let's go back to Revelations 13. And let's read it one more time for the simpleton that was not listening, man. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast. So that Roman Empire, America, right, exerciseth all that power. These Edomites, once again, exerciseth all that power. They're bringing on the waves, the societies, the vibrations, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This is why you had this individual coming in saying there's nothing wrong with Valentine's Day. If Valentine's Day is a Roman practice and you're doing Valentine's Day, don't you think you're worshiping the first beast? But you can't realize that in your mind, man. That's crazy. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Atomic bomb, hydrogen bomb, nuclear bomb, these things will take place, right? The DEW, direct energy weapons, where he has satellites that can shoot weapons, pinpoint, take you out. Okay? So he's doing these great miracles, You know that. Hey, brother, see it sometimes. The what's that shit called? The SpaceX rocket. You know,
Yep.
brothers be dumbfounded at that. Yo, look at Esau, man. He's trying to break the firmament. Like, brothers be tripping, you know what I'm saying? But these are great wonders to some people. All right, we know what it is. We not amazed at Esau's weak ass technology. Okay, it's nothing that compared to the chariots. It's nothing compared to what we're gonna be able to do. This is what you call, man, high level left side magic. That's all it is. Illusions. That's what Esau has been given the ability. You know, he's been granted witchcraft. Okay, Project Bluebeam, all this type of stuff that he's gonna come with. It's witchcraft. As you said earlier, Zaquan, the Project Looking Glass. Yahawah allowed him to be able to look into the future to see that his end is always the same. His kingdom being destroyed. All right. So that's just Yahawah gave him the ability to cast these spells on our people, man. Okay. We look at all this type of stuff. He giving y'all all these different type of names. You know, you look at these cats, they were so called in the truth. Now they running out of the truth. They calling on Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yeshua, etc., etc. You know, Yahawah allowed Esau to put these spells on these individuals. All right. So these are these great wonders. And one of those
Real
great
quick.
wonders is that M.O.T.B. You got it? Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that. That's the spirit. I was about to say though, and these so like a couple of more of these great wonders is his heart machine and his M.O.T.B. So yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. You got it.
Yep. Heart machine. Yeah. Mount Weather. Yeah. If brothers don't know about HARP, you need to look into that. How Esau controls the weather. The earthquake machine. They show you that. What was that on The Simpsons? You know, they show you the
Yep.
earthquake machine. So that's real, man. What do you think chemtrails? Bro, I noticed on Saturday they were spraying chemtrails heavy. They flooded the sky. And on Sunday, they flooded the sky. And it's
I
been
noticed that
raining.
too.
Yeah, so you did too. It rained
Yep.
today. You know what I'm saying? It rained yesterday, and it's also gonna rain Thursday. Esau tries to increase, you know, storms. He tries to make the hurricanes more violent than they're supposed to be, right? That's what he does with these chemtrails and all this type of stuff. And he'll literally tell you. I did a lesson on it a couple weeks ago. It's easy for him to make snow and rain. He knows
Yeah,
how
he
to
got
do it. He puts certain things in the atmosphere. He makes
yeah, he got that
clouds.
he got the cloud seeding machine.
Yeah. Oh, what's it? Abu Dhabi, Dubai. They cloud seed heavy. They did it one point to the town and they made it flood over
Yeah,
there.
when that bitch flooded. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
they dumbass. So you know Esau has this technology. What's his name, man? Yuval Harari. He said, the Most High wanted the God. Your God wants to drought it. We'll make it rain. This nigga is an Edomite, bro.
To the fullest.
He said, we'll make it rain. He think he is the Most High, you know?
Hey, he said,
So,
hey, what he said? He said, without technology, we could defeat the Most High.
yep.
Yeah, that man tripping.
That man tripping. But, hey, that's these great wonders that this devil is bringing forth upon this planet, man. All right? Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Now, this image is not YT Jesus Christ. Now, that's a part of it, yeah, but it's more so the likeness and the ways, of this kingdom. So if you're aligning with it, everything that is like a Valentine's Day, all right, at this individual that didn't understand, that right there is you aligning with the ways and the image, the likeness of this kingdom. Okay, you're calling yourself an African American, right? You're subscribing to everything that they're feeding to you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, hey, I am, but you ain't gotta address these clowns up in here, man. Just let them go. You know, just focus on the lesson, bro. All
And
right.
let me state this. when it comes to these different these so-called holidays, these customs that y'all keeping. Hey, Jeremiah chapter 10. It's a reason why it states, learn not the ways of the heathens. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for you are the biblical Israelites. You are not to learn the ways of the heathens. You're supposed to be a holy nation, a separate nation, meaning you do not supposed to follow. You supposed to lead. But since you want to be hard-headed and you want to follow, now you have the other nations where they are the head and you are the tail. And then you sit back and wonder why you are being oppressed. You sit back and wonder why you are on the bottom of the totem pole in society, because you want to continue to follow the ways of the heathens.
Mm-hmm. It's Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them, O my people. They which lead thee cause thee to error and destroy the way of thy path. These heathen nations, they're like children, man. They don't have a full understanding. They don't have the wisdom. The things that they're going to teach you is not that of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. It's foolishness. I was talking to my son today. I was trying to express to him how wicked Esau is, where Esau knows that you can make a car run off of plastic, off of water. Okay, you can make a car run off the energy that's just in the atmosphere, the ether that they love to so much talk about. But Esau will sit here and go dig in the earth for gas and oil and all this type of stuff. So it's furthermore showing that he's wicked. He doesn't want to prosper. Okay, he doesn't want to live a peaceful way. He wants to kill. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy, man. Okay, he in every aspect of him, understanding that it's no good in him. As long as he lives, the animals will suffer, the earth will suffer, and the people will suffer. As long as this devil is in power, man. That's what, if you don't get nothing out of this lesson, get that. As long as this devil is ruling, you are going to suffer. You're going to be what? Subject to payments, as it says in Barak 3 and 8. Okay? You got something, Jaquan?
Yeah. And getting back to the image of the beast, you got to understand this beast is bringing in what? A system. So this image, when you saying, hey, I want to make you in my image, that means you want to make someone in your vision. You're going to show them what you want or how you want them to be. So when they're going to these other nations, they're telling them, this is where we want to go. This is where we want to take things. This is what we want everything to be. And the image of that beast is what? It's going to lead to what? Everything going digital. Okay? So this man image, the image of that beast, is what you will know in common terms as the fourth industrial revolution. Merging man with computer. Technocracy. This is why they make those movies like that movie that they got out now. What's the name of that movie? Mercy?
Mercy, yeah.
Yeah, with AI. See? Everything going digital. So that is the image. That is the image of the beast. The Internet of Things.
Yeah. Let's read this. Industry 4.0, or the fourth industrial revolution, is the current trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing, integrating digital technologies like the Internet of Things, AI, and big data into physical production processes to create smart factories. Right? Now, with that said, you got what? Data centers. Data centers do nothing but track, and they harbor all this information. That's why they showed you, brothers hated on the movies a lot. Whatever, it wasn't that good, but whatever, it was whatever. The War Worlds with Ice Cube, and what did the things come and get? They targeted the data centers because that had all the data of the world's population. Okay, so that's what these y'all people, man, y'all gonna wake up one day. That's what Facebook is doing, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, You know,
Bro,
all these social
that's
medias.
what
You
I'm
you
about to say. That's what
it,
every app is
yeah.
doing.
You want to put your location. You want to let everybody know you just ate at Applebee's on Fifth Street and West. You know what I'm saying? You want to let everybody know you did this and you did that. Okay. Well, hey, your data is being tracked to the point where you like Jordans, you like number 5 Jordans, you know, this color. Hey, Esau knows, the algorithm knows. So it's going to advertise that to you. Now you looking at it as a convenience, but it gets to a point where AI knows you to a T. And this is what they want to happen, man. Where you, it's really making you lazy. Everything they do is making you lazy. The spell check, you don't know how to spell shit no more. GPS, do you even know how to travel to another city? Do you know how to use the highways? You know, all this type of stuff. Yeah, it's a convenience, but it's also making you lazy. You got to understand that. Chat GPT, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just, it's, what is it, man? It's an Achilles heel in a sense, man. It's bringing you up, but if they take it away, because what happened to Achilles, if they hit his heel, the nigga's done. They take this internet away, you're done. These kids, these 15, 16-year-olds, they ain't never lived without a cell phone. They don't know how to process life, bro. They'll be emotionally unstable, man. You take their phones away, you take all this stuff away. That's why the Most High, hey, you're supposed to enjoy nature. You're supposed to enjoy life, bro. What the Most High created, Yahawah Sham Yahawashi created in a natural sense, is there to help you. The sun gives you, this ain't about to turn into no health live, but I got to touch on it a little bit. Just serotonin, melatonin. If you get time out in the daylight, it helps you sleep better at night. Now, if I say that to you and you don't understand, then you really need to touch in with nature, man. Working, having a good hard day's work will give you a better sleep and better rest the way that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So Esau is moving away from the way that things are supposed to be. That's why you see concrete everywhere. When is the last time that you put your bare foot on grass? Ask yourself that question. Ground. The earth has energy. The earth is alive too. If you forget that, you just like Esau. Esau say, fuck the earth. That's what he says. I'm going to drill in the earth. I'm going to destroy the earth. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He don't care. He put concrete everywhere because it remind his ass of those dark ass caves that he used to live in. He used to walking on stone. We used to walking on grass, man. You know? And let me get that image.
Strong's G 1504. Icon.
It's in the Greek. An image, figure, likeness, icon, an image of the things, the heavenly things, used of the moral likeness of renewed men to power. Or also, in the way, an image of the beast. So your morals are aligned with Satan. He's looking at you like, yeah, this individual has lasciviousness. He has greed. He has gluttony. He loves to commit adultery. He loves the porn. He loves the lie, the steal, the cheat. He loves to do all this type of stuff. Oh, this is one of mine. He's made in my image. We made in the image of the Most High. I don't look like Elder Ariah. He don't look like me. So it's not talking about physical appearance, but it's talking about in our mindset, the things that we do, the ways that we carry ourselves. All right, that's why we on the live together and we flowing as one, because it's that same image, the image of the Most High. All right, which is going back to the laws, commandments, and statutes. The way that we live our life is according to the Most High's will. Now you got to examine yourself and ask yourself, are you living according to the Most High's will, what the Bible actually says? Or are you living according to what you think in your mind and what you like, what you desire? What you think and like and desire is not always necessarily what you need. Okay? You might got to get your ass in the gym, but you don't want to get in the gym. You might have to go walk 3 miles, or 2 miles a day constantly, but you don't want to do that. But you need to do that. We being of this thing, the hopeful elect, we do what we need to do, not what we necessarily want to do. All right. I remember, boy, at camp on Monday, it started pouring down. Shoot, I was like, I could have easily tapped out and been a bitch and been like, yeah, it's raining, so I'm gonna shut the camp down. Nah, I stood out there 30 more minutes and I got in some cover and I kept it going. And it was cold. But I ain't about to tap out. We don't tap out,
Yeah.
man. You got it out.
Yeah. And just going back on what you were saying, this Isaiah chapter 14, verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. So yeah, even the earth is going to be at rest and going to be happy once this so-called YT man is removed out of power, because this man has no respect when it comes to the earth. This man does what he wants, man. This man is the lawless one. Salakia.
Okay. So back to Revelations 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the trick or treat. Okay? Both of them is bad. Okay? The treat is you eating too much sugar. The trick is you getting tricked. Things that Esau give you is no benefit to it. He's trying to deceive you whichever way he takes you. He'll play the nice guy, but in the back of his mind, he's planning on destroying you. He's planning on unaliving you. You know what I'm saying? He comes, his words are soft as butter, smooth as butter, but in his mind is swords, loosely quoting. All right? And
Hey,
deceiving them, go ahead.
As the scripture state, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So you can't be ignorant to what this man is bringing forth and how he's trying and how he is trying to bring it forth. You must be watching, okay? And this is what we do as the prophets. We watch. We make videos on everything this man is doing, man. Showing you who he is, showing you what his MO is, and showing you how he trying to bring it forth. All you have to do is watch and learn.
Okay.
You got it, bro.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Okay, so once again, restating it, Rome was took out 476, and Slovakia, dang, and I gotta get some water, and now it's back. Hey, you got it. Let me go get some water real quick.
Yeah, I got you. So yeah, Rome was taken out, and now coming in Rome's place is this new beast that you see before you, which this beast has what? It has a woman that's riding on top of it, that's known as a whore. Mystery Babylon, which is what you know today as America. And that beast represent NATO/EU. So this is the system. This is the empire that you are in. Okay? And they represent the extended leg of the Roman Empire. So that's why it states that it had a wound by a sword, but yet it still lives, because it is living through the American/NATO/EU empire, or what you know today as the West, as they call it in the news. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Who is this he that has power to give life to the image of the beast? Esau, Edom, Idumea. You are in his kingdom. Okay? You are in the so-called YT man's kingdom. So he is the one that has the power to give life unto the image of the beast. And how does he give this power to this image? Through his media. Okay? Pumping it out, getting you people used to it, putting it in the magazines, putting it in the music, putting it in the TV shows, putting it in the movies. You see that? This is how this man is bringing forth that fourth industrial revolution. This is how he's bringing forth the image of the beast, by using what? His great wonders, by using his miracles, which is his technology. Continuing. Verse 15 again. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So it's going to come a point in a time, if you don't want to go along with the get along, if you don't want to merge yourself into this fourth industrial revolution, meaning merge yourself into this new system that they're bringing forth, then it's going to come to a point where they're going to come up against you and kill you. You see? So again, when people come up in the comment section and they try to act like we don't know what we're talking about, or they try to act like they have some truth, all we have to do is bring them to the prophecies. Break down these prophecies. If you say that we wrong, if you say that you got the truth, then break down these prophecies. You're not going to see no Christian break down these prophecies. You still got these Christians being led by a bunch of damn pork chop eating pastors that would tell them that the book is still sealed. Man, we almost at the end of this thing, man. The book is man, listen, the prophecies are jumping off the pages, man. When you look out into the world, time is very short. And soon come all these people that don't believe, when they come up against the prophets and they take us off the streets where we can't do this no more, where they shut down the internet and you can't get the videos no more, y'all gonna be searching for us. You're gonna be looking for us, but you shall not find us. Continuing. Where we at? Verse 16, right?
Yep.
Come on. And he calls of all. Who is this? Who is that he? Once again, who empire are you in? Who heaven is you in? You in the extended leg of the Roman Empire. Who rules the extended leg of the Roman Empire? Esau, Edom, Idum, you're the so-called YT man. He is the one that's going to cause a fall. Yeah, he calls a fall, both small, great, and rich. Who controls the banks? Who controls the central banks? What are they trying to bring forth? Are they not trying to bring forth the CBDCs?
Yep.
You see that? Yeah, this is the man that's going to be able to cause all. He got a central bank in damn near every damn country. He controls the money. What did Rothschild say? I care not who make the laws. If I control the money, once again, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You see that? So whether you are nobody in society, known as small, or whether you are somebody in society, known as great, whether you have bukus of cash, known as rich, or whether you out here struggling to survive, known as the poor, whether you are out here moving with liberty because your ass ain't free, you still a slave, you just moving with liberty. So whether you out moving with liberty or whether you locked up being bond, it's going to come a day where you're going to have to choose if you're going to receive a mark or not receive it. You see that? To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that mark is indeed the RFID microchip. There's going to come a day where you're going to have to make that decision. Just like it came a day where you had to make the decision on what? Am I going to take that jump shot, that poison in the needle? Or am I not going to take that poison in the needle? Do you not remember that? That was the precursor. Do you not remember that back in 2019? Yeah, they came to you. They said, hey, this is mandatory. If you want to work, this is mandatory. Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. Oh, if you want to continue in this society, we're going digital. Ain't no such thing as cash anymore. It is mandatory that you receive this RFID microchip if you want to continue. What you going to do? You see that?
Yeah. As you can see right here, in 2000, there were 9 countries without a Rothschild-owned central bank. As Zaquan said, these bankers, man. Now, we've been expressing that they're coming for what? One world banking system, one world government, and one world judicial all right, and one world religion, all right, which one world government is one world judicial. Okay, so this banking, this Operation Central Bank is almost done. Didn't DJT Nero 47 just enter Venezuela like a bully and took it over? Okay, so that's why it says coming soon. Now, where is Nero at right now? He's on the fence. He's on the border of Iran. And what is going on in Cuba? Let's see if brothers in the comments know what's going on in Cuba, man. Anybody know?
Fine.
I give y'all 10 seconds, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, where my watchmen's at? Okay, Cuba is being starved out.
Fine.
All right, America is starving them out, man. Why do you think that? Because they coming down in great wrath. They need that central bank. So you could say coming soon, Venezuela, Cuba, and Iran. That's what's gonna happen. Now North Korea, something gonna happen to them. Okay, these people run the earth, bro. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, etc. These banking families, man. So you can't just exist in their kingdom and do your own thing. This is why we read in Revelations 13 and 16. You got it.
Fine. And pull that screen back up
Uh,
that you just was on. So we know already Venezuela, hey, that's check mark, man. Already. Cuba, that's check mark already. But what's not gonna be check mark is that Iran or that North Korea. Okay? And this is where this man is gonna what? This is what this man is thinking he's gonna be able to sit at the table. This is what this man is thinking he's gonna be able to establish his enterprise. But then the Most High is gonna flip the tables on him. Gonna send his enterprise into a downfall. So this is how we know we're at the doorsteps of our salvation. This is how we know that things are gonna fucking turn evil real quick. This process is not gonna be a slow process anymore. All right, like they've been doing gradualism. Hey, it ain't gonna be no such thing as gradualism anymore. Things are gonna increase swiftly. And that's why the scripture state is gonna be what? Great confusion. Okay? Because when something changes swiftly, it causes you to what? To be confused because you woke up one day and you remember things being like this. And then you woke up the next day and it's totally changed, totally flipped. And that's part of what happened in what 2019, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you people was losing y'all damn minds. I ain't never seen so many people. Hey man, I remember when we first came on TikTok, right?
Yep.
I ain't seen so many people reading the Bibles.
Yeah, for
Hey
real.
boy, they had all kind of damn Bible lessons going on TikTok, man. Not where those people at. Not
Mm-hmm.
those people back what? They got comfortable. This is how you know they don't know the scriptures, they don't know the prophecies. They got comfortable. They went back into the world. They thinking shit is sweet. But soon as they flip that switch again, this is what you're gonna see again. You're gonna see all those very same people try to come right back to the internet to find what? To find the truth, to find the script. And guess what? It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, hey man, they gonna do something real. They gonna do something real slick on y'all people when it comes to this internet, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and Gabriel, Mexico's president. Yeah, she a small hat. You know, she a puppet. Most definitely. Yeah, she a Edomite. You already know. So it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is, man. They
Yeah,
they
she a
running a
small hat.
sitcom. They running a game. You know. And yeah. On that Iran, yeah, you made me. I forgot. All right, Russia, right? Gog Magog. Okay, they should be a guard to them. So understanding that is America's encroaching on Iran, but Russia is gonna step in. It's
Oh,
what's
and
gonna happen. You know what I'm
oh, and
saying?
speaking on that, you got China
Hmm.
where they made that security agreement with Iran, and they're stating, hey, you go over there and mess with Iran, then you messing with us.
Yep.
So
And
yeah,
that's in the Ezekiel 38. We understand that. So this is, for y'all in here right now, understanding that WW3 has to pop. It's inevitable. It has to happen. And we can't wait. It has to happen. Now, what's going to happen when that happens? Draft. A lot of you mighty men, so-called, y'all going to go off to the war, man. If you don't, if you don't serve Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, this is your options. You gonna either die in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat over there, or you gonna die over here. Okay? Or if you somehow manage to be somewhere else when the nukes come off over here, then you gonna go into slavery. Unless you are Israelite, then what's gonna happen? You gonna be, once again, you not serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You're gonna be rounded up and you're gonna be slayed, according to Luke 19 and 27, right? Or Ezekiel what's that? 30 or that 20 and 38. The rebels gonna be purged out. This is if you're not serving Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So it's no escape. You can go wherever you want to, but it's no escape. And if you're not an Israelite and you so-called, you somehow manage to make it past the nukes, then you're going into slavery. That's just what it is, man. Psalms 149, Isaiah 14 chapter, right? You're going into slavery, man. Okay? This is your future. You, your kids, your entire household. All right? Let's get back. So Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It doesn't matter of your celebrity status. It doesn't matter if you're in prison, you're free. It doesn't matter. All right, Esau is coming down upon this whole planet with this M.O.T.B. all over the planet, not just America. The Neuralink is not just going to be in America. The RFID CHIP is not just in the shoot. It's really majority. It's in Sweden. It's in Switzerland. It's over there in them Edomite countries already being
hey,
used
as I stated earlier, it always start where?
in the
In the
East.
east and
Yeah.
come west.
Based on that, look at China and their social credit system. We just stated about China stepping in on Iran, but don't think that China is blameless. Them Moabites is prideful as hell. They're going down and they're going into slavery as well. So they have this whole social credit score system where they're tracking you based upon your behavior. That is something, they got 15-minute cities. That's something that American politicians want to implement over here. 15-minute cities. You can only go 15 minutes that way, 15 minutes this way, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Everything is delivered to you. They really, Esau want to take away your car. He want to take away all of that and just have you ride in vehicles that drive themselves that he can control. Okay. And everything be on a grid. That's why he burnt the Palisades and he's building a smart city. They call it LA 2.0. I was working at a company that was making planes that was going to be used in the Olympics 2028. So their design, I saw a little bit on their website, is for these people to jump in these. They're like half Ospreys, half jets or whatever. They can take off like helicopters and they can fly, right? So that's how they're going to use, that's what they want to use to move around for the Olympics in 2028. It's a part of their smart city. So this is the enterprise that Esau is trying to, that shit ain't going to happen. But this is what's in their mind. As we talked about earlier, the transhumanism, the AI, the driving, self-driving cars, all this type of stuff. All right, as the elder talked about, the fourth industrial revolution, man. That's what Esau has in his mind. Verse 17. Oh, you got it. You got something?
No, let's rock.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, once again, for you new people, any camp out there, if they saying that It's not the RFID hip. They saying that the mark of the beast is not a RFID hip or a Neuralink. All right, then they're on bullshit. Let's just be honest about it. It deals with currency, buying or selling. It's going to be used for you to purchase commerce. This is what's going to be used. It's the new form of money, all right, or how you track it, how you keep track of it. Everything is going to be on that chip. Your social security card, your birth certificate, your license, your registration, everything is going to be on that chip. This is what we're trying to explain to y'all. So if somebody is out here telling you that it's white women sleeping with white women, or it's sanctions, or it's Christianity, they don't have the Holy Spirit, man. They got a spirit, but it's not of the Holy Spirit. It's a false spirit, you know?
Or are they telling you it's an embargo? Hey, listen, that shit don't even make sense, man. Once again, it says what? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. What does that mean? If I sit here and tell you that you can't buy or sell unless you have a mark, that means that what am I doing unto you? I'm making it to where you cannot have what? You cannot have economic participation. That's what that means. You can't participate economically. Meaning you can't buy and you can't sell. Meaning you can't go in this grocery store and buy something. Meaning you can't put something on the internet and sell it because you don't have the mark. Economic participation. It's simple, man.
Oh,
So go ahead, bro.
we just got a damn violation. But it's all good. We about done anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was watching, like I said, I've been watching lately Marco Polo on Netflix. It's a pretty good show, you know, and it just going into like old timey stuff, concubines and all of that. And one thing that the Kublai Khan does to Marco Polo is and really anybody that comes and serves him, he brands them. He brands his servants. Okay, now once you have that mark upon you, you're able to move about the city, the empire freely. You know, so that's what we're trying to explain. Once you take that mark, you'll be able to move around America freely because you align to their image, their likeness, their ways. All you got to do is oh yeah, I got the mark. I'm good, right? So you're gonna have people out here scanning and checking for the mark, etc., etc. This is what's gonna are you on the grid or not? You know, this is what they want. Are you juiced in? Okay, it's like a VIP access. Now we are gonna deny it, and we're gonna trust in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. He's gonna feed us. He's gonna clothe us. He's gonna take care of us. All right, but we're not gonna be moving among the means of. We're not gonna be relying upon Esau. All right. So man, leave the slave master alone, man. If you're not, if you love this world, then you're not in the right mindset. Okay. Last verse, Revelations 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now I'm gonna go down here, and as you can see, G5516, and it's Chi C stigma. Let it play.
Strong's G5516. Chi Psi Stigma. Chi Psi Stigma.
I always say that shit wrong. Chi Psi stigma. Okay. Now we go into it, and I want to go into the root of it. Is it the root of it? It's lucky. Yeah, right here. Stigma, and it goes into what? A mark pricked in or branded. That's why I brought up Marco Polo, because you're branded. This is a brand. You're labeled. Really, it's a labeling. You know,
Con.
we take a spiritual mark, Ezekiel 9 and 6. Okay, that mark those that sigh and cry, because we're calling upon to the Most High Yahawah and His Son Yahawashi. We're ready to go. We're ready to leave. So it's been a mark placed on individuals, you know, and all we can do is hope, be humble and meek, and hope that that mark is upon us. So ain't nobody sitting here saying that we chosen. Don't ever be in that mindset. Okay, we are hopeful elect. We hope to be of that number. You don't want to be in that mindset saying you chosen, because then that will lead you to be high-minded and lead you to think you're better than other people. When, hey, a brother could be deemed as a 2/3 today, and you doing lessons upon lessons, but you getting a high-minded spirit. Yahweh take the spirit off you. He throw the spirit on that 2/3. Your ass jump into the world. That 2/3 now teaching, and he make it into the chariot, and your ass sitting here like, not him. What? I thought I was. Boom. This is why you got to be humble and meek. You know, hey, ongoing, man. Continuously, perpetually.
Con.
Right? So a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, just like in Marco Polo. Branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. Now, as Yahawashi said, you can't serve two masters, man. Are you serving Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi? Or are you serving Esau Edom, that dragon, that old serpent, that devil, which is Satan? Are you serving him? You got to make that, you know, examine yourself and check yourself. Like that dude, follower of Christ, came in here earlier. It's okay to do Valentine's Day. We understand who his master is, right? He's not examining himself properly and correctly, because he's doing the image, the ways, and the likeness of Satan, where we examine and we study and we went back and we was diligent and we was like, nah, this is paganism. Okay, I'm not going to partake in this, right? Live life purposeful, man. Okay, you got a Zaquan. That's all I got, man.
And just going back on that Revelation chapter 13 verse 18, and it states, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beasts. So when you count something, if I was to tell you, hey, reach in your pocket and count how much money you have, what are you doing? You are considering. When you count, you are considering. So you need to consider how this beast system is trying to number you. Okay, when you get that stamp, you are being numbered. You are being treated like commodity. Okay, when these different companies like Amazon and all these different companies like that, when they stamp these chips on these boxes and stuff, they keep count. Yeah, this beast is trying to number you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They want to count how many slaves they have. They want to count how many people are going along with their system. Then it states what? For it is the number of a man. Yeah, this system is of a man. What man? Esau, Edom, Idumea. We've been telling you, you are in his empire. He is the one that's pushing this. All right, when you look at the World Economic Forum, who's on that stage pushing this vibration? Yeah, he's that man. And his number is 603 Yeah, his number is 666. Does not this man promote that? Yeah. Everywhere this man goes, he promotes it. He throws it up. Have these damn celebrities and these actors and stuff throwing it up.
Right there. Okay, that's it right there. That's 36. That's 666.
This is that man number. When you deal with the occult, hey, he's dealing with those numbers. Secret societies, he's dealing with those numbers. I don't give a damn what you talking about. Freemasonry, Prince Hall Masonry, everything.
Look at him.
So it ain't no ifs, ands, buts about when we tell y'all who Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called YT man is. For we understand and know exactly what's going on in this movie. And going back to the sister that put up a comment, she was saying that she thought that the image of the beast was who they call Jesus, which that is nothing but Cesare Borgia. Okay. That is not the image of the beast. Okay? And that is not the mark of the beast either. For when you receive that mark, for we once all thought that weird ass red boy, we all thought he was the savior at one time, right?
Mhm.
So the thing is this: when you receive the mark, it ain't no turning back. You're gonna be destroyed. Okay? So this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken. This kingdom is about to be taken. And with him the false prophet that wrought miracles. Who's bringing these miracles? We just was talking about who's bringing the miracles. Who's using their technology? Who's using everything available unto them to bring forth this system? That false prophet, the so-called YT man. And this is why anybody that's in that Catholic church and that Christianity church, hey, you are being deceived. For the things that you are learning from the false prophet. He has control over the churches. It's called the 501c3 charter. Okay? Esau controls that. So when you walk inside those places that you call the church, which is nothing but a harlot house, you're not going to get the truth.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the truth, and I just happen to pass by. I always pass by Danny P and Brooks, man. They be straight up lying and stuff on there. They said Luke chapter 1, 67, 81. It's not talking about salvation of Israel, talking about to the church and stuff. They brothers bring out scriptures, and they said no, it don't mean that. So the truth is not in this church, man, in that plantation Christian church and stuff. Point blank period. And the trip of a Christian or anybody, ask anybody what's the mark of the beast and stuff. So, and watch what they give you. Naya Israel, was you up there earlier? I think that was you. Was that you earlier on your other account and stuff with Danny P? I could have sworn I seen you talking to Danny P or Brooks this morning and stuff. I don't know, but yeah. There's no truth in these damn churches, man. Anybody talking about spiritual Israel was just stupid. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just ain't no such thing as no damn spiritual Israel, man. All right, Israel didn't get replaced. When it said the Gentiles coming in, that's talking about the Hellenized Israelites that came into the truth, man. All right, in Matthew what is that? Matthew 21, verse 43. I already try to use that. And then if you go to Isaiah chapter 2 and Michael chapter 4, it tells you that that the Israel, everybody shall flock to learn from who? The Israel, who gonna be teaching the elect of Israel. Because it said in Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8 on down 13 and Jeremiah 31 that the law, and that's the other scripture, it's other scriptures said it too, but the law gonna went inward in us. That's the second covenant. We are not in the second covenant.
Yeah, hey, to babes and all of that, like I suggest to the sister, hey, just block those individuals.
Right.
Okay, I blocked Danny P and all them individuals because they don't have truth.
Right. And Bishop Brooks, he a sodomite. That's what spirit I get off him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you could tell off his voice.
I wouldn't doubt it.
His voice too high.
Yeah.
And let me finish this out. It said, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, which is Esau, Edom, Idum, the so-called YT man, that wrought miracles before him, which is his technology, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So once again, he's going to use his technology, use his media to have you accept that mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And them that worship his image, which is what? The fourth industrial revolution, merging man with computer. Okay, the global reset. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. So if you receive that mark, there's no repenting from it. No, you're going to be destroyed. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. Let me go on to finish. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, meaning the chariots of Israel, or what the word they call UFOs, who was sitting upon that horse, Yahawashi. You're gonna be zapped, turned into powder dust, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
With any Israelite who teaching or claim to be the truth, you ask them what the mark of the beast is. Well, brother, I just don't know what it is. I leave them alone, man. Most of them not dealing with them. A real man, Yahawah, Sham gonna tell you the mark of the beast is the M.O.T.B. It's the RFD chip.
No ifs and buts about it.
I don't give a damn how much you like them. You know, F them. The hell with them, man, because they going to lead you to a ditch. And they going to be the main one to sell you out.
Yeah.
Watch when that chip come out. You're going to see a lot of people over the years that you've seen, even in your own camps, you're going to have some traders, man. And on TikTok, and you're going to see all these people, they're going to get that chip.
Yep. Like this is, you know, hey, I love my grandma, man, but I can't follow her Jesus, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, this Romans chapter 9 dealing with all these damn false prophets always talking about some spiritual Israelites. No, man, you got to be able to see the flesh, okay? And this is Romans chapter 9, verse we'll start at verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahawashi for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. It didn't say according to the spiritual. No,
Right.
according to the flesh, who are Israelites. So everything that we're about to read is according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Okay? In order to be according to the flesh, meaning you had to come from the seed line of a man from the nation of Israel. Okay? To
Right.
whom pertaineth the adoption, meaning Yahawashi dying for our sins, adopting us back into the Father Yahawah, and the glory, the kingdom of heaven is for who? The Israelites. And the covenants, you see that covenants with an S. Why? Because we got the old covenant and we have a new covenant, right? So the covenants is with the Israelites and the giving of the law. Who did Moses give the law to? Yeah, the Israelites. And the
Right.
service of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, who could serve Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Only the Israelites. Amos chapter 3 tell you that they do not know the other nations.
And
And the promises. So everything in these scriptures that's promised, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is, hey man, everything, all the promises that's written over in these scriptures is for the Israelites. Whose are the fathers? Once again, whose are the fathers? Meaning the speed, Salaki, meaning the sperm, the seed. Whose are the fathers? And of whom concerning the flesh, Yahawashi came, who is over all. Yeah, he is over all of Israel. Yahweh bless forever. Amen.
right. And it's funny thing. Like the Christians, they want to put us as spiritual Israel, talking about we know more, but we spiritual Israel, was just stupid. But if you look in the scriptures, I'm gonna go back to Isaiah chapter 2. It said nations come flowing to learn. Wait a minute, how can everybody else to keep their nationality, but we can't? We can't be Israel, nor we gotta be spiritual Israel. Like that makes no damn sense, man. You damn false prophets, man. You gonna pay, man. Most High gonna F you up, man. You think this is a damn joke?
No, so hey man,
Jeremiah. I get that Jeremiah 31 verse 35 through
Con.
37.
Huh.
This is how you know Israel hasn't gone away and never will go away.
Definitely. That's scripture.
It's Jeremiah 31 and 35 through 37. Thus saith Yahawah, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahawah of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahawah, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
So if you still see the moon, if you still see the sun, then guess what? Israel is still here.
Yep. Yep. Let me get this scripture right here.
just to finish it out, thus saith Yahawah, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahawah.
Yeah, let me get this.
Hey,
Matthew,
hey, 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 real quick, bring that back
go
up.
ahead,
What did
go
it
ahead.
say?
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Hey, what did they say right there? It say
Thus saith
cast off.
Yahawah, go ahead,
It say cast off all what?
Israel,
Cast off all the
the
seed.
seed of Israel.
Nah, bro. It said all the spiritual Israel of Israel.
Yeah,
I swear they say all the spiritual of Israel, bro. It say cast
Right.
off all the spiritual of Israel, bro.
I don't know, man.
Man,
You,
Danny
you from
P,
you from St.
Danny
Louis,
P,
right? Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
Danny
yeah.
P,
Y'all rank like
and Pork Chop,
45th in education, man.
bro, Danny P, and Pork Chop Pastor told me that it said spiritual, bro.
Oh no, bro.
You know what? I'm put Danny P the same category, Mr. Green. Both of them, they how do you say it? They on the yellow school bus, the short one.
So yeah, man, it's all about the seed of Israel, man.
All right, I'm trying to let me get this scripture right here. Yeah, Matthew. It's another scripture right here to show you Israel not today not done away with, and the kingdom was not rent from her. Matthew 19:27 and 28. Then answered Peter and said unto me, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What should we have therefore? And Yahawashi said unto him, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit, was reincarnation, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Uh, hey, and what does that go? Hey, that go right into that what? Acts chapter 1, right? Verse
Mm-hmm.
6.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember when he's saying that, they already thinking because what? They know, look, the disciples, the apostles, they knew what? They knew the prophets. They knew the words of the prophets. So if they knowing the words of the prophets, they understand that Daniel chapter 2. So they living and they're under what? Roman. You see that? They're up under the Romans and they understand in that Daniel chapter 2 that it said that the Roman Empire will be ruling and that Yahawashi will come take them down. So they're literally living with Yahawashi. So the whole time they're thinking, this is it. This is the time. So when you go to Acts chapter 1, verse 6, that's why they asked them what they asked them. They thought it was time. But they didn't know that they had to deal. Hey, they didn't know at that time that they had to deal with what? With the extended leg of the Roman Empire, which is what we're dealing with right now.
Yep.
But those same prophets of old are right back here now.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But hey, man, we done hit it. All right. I feel like it was an edifying lesson. You know, Zaquan, you came a little late, Alliance. You know what I'm saying? We're good to
Yeah,
hear.
Salakia. Because I
Yeah,
want
man.
to.
Yeah. We saw you slide in here, and then you slid back out.
Yeah, we saw you in the beginning.
I said, where you think he going?
I was like, where you going?
You said I did a James Brown and stuff on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah,
said, you
well,
think he
I'm gonna come
slid?
back. We gonna go over that Zechariah 8:23, man, because a lot of people be breaking it down wrong with shit, man.
Hey, matter of fact, I ain't forgot that we still supposed to do that. And we supposed to
Isaiah
have did it on
57.
Monday. I ain't forgot that we supposed to do that Leviathan.
Oh yeah, we gonna do it. We gonna do it again and stuff.
Yeah.
What day you want to do it?
Shit. Uh, what's today? What's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it on Thursday.
Oh, don't sweat. We got it. You got it. Yeah, yeah, Thursday. Yep.
All right.
All right. What
I gotta
time?
slide, man. You know?
What time? About 7:30 my way.
Okay. No. What state you?
7 o'clock my way. 7 o'clock my way. That's
What
9
state?
o'clock your way.
What's? Oh, 9 o'clock my way.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. They give me an hour to teach. Yeah, no problem. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. All right then. All right, Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Yahawah, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalawam, facing the east, giving all
Shalom.
praises, honor and glory be to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. As always, and shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. Pray this was edifying, man. I went deeper into the M.O.T.B a little bit, for people that may not know what it is and all of that. But pray y'all got fed. Hey, Kwam Yasharahla and the Bible brought to his wicked kingdom. Okay. Hey, I'll be on YouTube the rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? I got a 2 live TikTok limit that I set for myself. Okay, so I see y'all next Monday. Okay. Hey, but shalom,
So,
brothers. Good to see y'all, man, and sisters. Shalom.
hey, hold on, bro. We can't go nowhere, man. I ain't got my 40K yet, man. Close them doors.
Hey,
Shalom, bro.
you better catch me in the kingdom. Shalom.